Brrrr. Well, hey neighbors, welcome to the Shed Shop. In this edition of Shed Shop Updates, I'm going to go over a couple things with you guys, just post you up on a few things that's going on. It's cold as hell. I got 2 heaters, and we got insulated walls, and even though we only have reflectix in the ceiling, you would think it'd be a little warmer in here. But it's like minus 15 outside in the middle of damn Tennessee. We got about 5 inches of snow yesterday, and everything's shut down. Everybody freaks out like it's the apocalypse. Today is Tuesday, January 16, 2024. How's everybody's new year going? Go in the comments and let me know how everything's going for you so far this year. Big shout out to Blanche Whalen. Just want to say thank you so much, neighbor, for your recent contributions for the new office chair. And the new headphones with the microphone. I have noticed on phone calls my sound is spitting in and out, so that's why we're not using it right now. We'll test it on a shorter video. This one might be a little bit longer because we're going to do a few different things. Okay, yeah, the shelves are completely empty at the stores. Most things are shut down, and like I said, people are acting like it's the apocalypse because of a little bit of snow. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, so, how is Uncle doing? Neighbors, they found the infection in his blood system again, and also they put a drain into his abscess, which was quite big over here between his kidney and his stomach. He's inpatient still. We have no idea when he's getting out. So, again, just as soon as there was a sliver of hope that we might be able to start getting some financial security again, and by security, I mean simply having the bills paid even if we're broke, instead of going further and further into debt and having to keep the heat at only 65 and 66 degrees because we can't afford to turn it up more than that. And so, no idea when he's getting out. He hasn't seen a surgeon in a few days, and that's the person that we need to know for an update. Infectious disease doctor, I spoke to them today. They have some new cultures. They take 5 days to see if anything grows. My uncle had a staph infection this time in his blood. Syphilis or something shit like that, and so he's doing okay though. At least he's not on the brink of death like last time, and as I know more, we'll let you guys know. A lot of you guys saw that the hospital put up a sign for their employees to know what to do if a person comes in with an animal now, instead of berating and assaulting them for 45 minutes verbally and threatening them like they did me. You guys saw that video. I'll attempt to give you an info card if I can, and I'll probably make it the end screen to this video, that hospital video, in case you haven't seen it. If you're new to the channel, stick around. You might not understand a lot of this, but start following around the channel and looking at some different videos, and you'll get to know what's going on. You guys, I'm fighting depression a lot still. It's getting a little bit better. I was in a real bad slump there for a month or so. Saw sales are still nothing, and so part of why I'm depressed is I'm selling saw parts, and I hate doing that. But I desperately needed money to pay credit card bills, and so I have MS361 parts I listed, and I'm already regretting what I sold them for because I'm the only one with an MS361 used flywheel or a used coil. Several parts, and I had everything for that saw except top end. I had an MS280, everything for that saw except the rear tank because my rear tank had burn damage, and having to sell those parts off, and so you end up with just a lot less of the saw than you had before, and a lot of the stuff is not going to sell because it's random little shit that basically isn't going to sell. I mean, just you can't sell it cheap enough to get it gone, and so that's that. I have on my bench a STIHL MS200T. That I have tamed from Damn It Bobby. Thank you, Damn It Bobby. And we got all kinds of new parts for it. It's almost torn all the way down because he was going to be working on it and the customer changed their mind, and now it's mine. And so I'm going to see what that motor looks like here soon, and I'm going to show you guys. An update on some projects. You guys just got the footage for the MS291 that I built for neighbor Hayes. I'll send him his video, and he's very happy with the saw still. And it's running well. Neighbor Trent, I think I've told you guys a little bit about his 390. He has traded a lot of various parts and stuff, and even though most of them haven't sold, we did agree to build him that, but then the tank vent nipple on his chassis broke, so I had to switch everything over. I just haven't had a chance to test that saw because of the cold, because I can't just run and start it. We have to, everything was working great before, and it all of a sudden started having issues after we cut an entire tank, and I found out the tank vent was why. Neighbor Alan, I believe I showed you his diagnostics. Wait a minute, no. That video is coming up, and by the time this one makes it, that one will probably be there because I just uploaded it. His MS200T is running great, but I didn't have any GND33 diaphragm kits, and so we weren't able to replace his pump diaphragm, but I soaked it in some pine saw, my little trick overnight, and that saw's running good. We just got to sharpen his chain and cut with it. I've got this MS250, you guys. Only thing I have left to try is the coil. This damn saw just will not idle no matter what. It's got new rings, it's the original piston, original top end, aftermarket sprocket. Almost always use aftermarket sprockets on my small saws, and I always switch them over to rim sprockets because those are cheaper to maintain. So just can't get that damn thing to idle. I've got a couple of 025s up here. Air filter covers are on back order and have been on back order for a while. Now here's where I want you guys to comment. Everybody watching that knows chainsaws, I want to ask your advice. I have 044 fever neighbors. We're going to get to the 064 lot too. It's almost done. Here's my 044 neighbors. Right now I have a 25-inch bar and chain on it. Brand new. Nope. This is a semi-chisel chain, it looks like. 12 mil straight fin top end. I'm waiting on the tank vent for this, also from the steel dealer, but everything's been closed, so everything's backed up. I got packages I can't ship out because the post office is a bunch of pansies and they're closed. I would never think the post office would close over a couple inches of snow, but they have. So this is all OEM, except for our, no, even our fuel filters OEM. Air filters OEM. Problem is, this is coming up as the clutch cover that came with it is coming up, the right part number for this saw, but my bar nuts are only about 80% threaded on, and you can't go any further. And then the spikes from West Coast, so those are aftermarket, and an aftermarket Pharmatech full wrap handle. I have an OEM regular wrap handle, but I wanted to put a full wrap on it because I plan to play with this saw a bit before I sell it. Here's my question. What's the saw worth, neighbors? The ring gap, I think, was .026. Very, very good. I did not re-ring it. She's missing a little bit of paint. Now, I could do what a lot of guys do and bleach the tank and stuff, but I already put so much into my saws that here lately I don't have time to do the pretty stuff, the making the plastics all pretty and everything. And yeah, that does help the saw value a little bit, and it makes them more presentable for sale. And so I probably will end up doing that to this because I really want to get a good price on it. But I want you guys to tell me, what do you think this saw is worth? Tell me where you're located and what you think it's worth in your area. That's with a 90-day labor warranty and a 1-year parts warranty. Any parts I've replaced on this saw, I cover for 1 year. The 90 days is if anything goes wrong with the saw in the first 90 days, and it's not the customer's fault, all the parts and all the labor is 100% free. 100%. So with that added value, remember this is a refurbished saw, and I'll make it clear, it's not certified refurbished. There's a difference. I'm not a steel mechanic. I'm not a steel dealer. So it's not certified refurbished, but it is seller refurbished. There is a legal difference, okay? Please understand that. I'll have a guy that tried to sit here and argue with me and tell me he had to put me in my place. That I need to be careful because he's got a buddy in trouble for listing shit as refurbished. Well, his buddy was lying about being a certified steel mechanic. Anyways, so tell me what you think that's worth. Go ahead and put it with the 25-inch bar and chain. I'm interested and excited to see those comments from you guys. So that saw runs good, but doesn't idle, but that's most likely because I've got a temporary jerry-rig duckbill tank vent in there until my OEM tank vents come. Let's see. Jonathan Lunas, you guys, I believe I'll have a cut video if I haven't gotten it up already, coming very soon. That's our 190 PSI compression chainsaw, meteor top end, and so he should be picking that up Thursday, hopefully. So I told you about Alan's 180, I told you about Luna's 025, that's my 044. I've got my second 044, and I have showed you guys the tank, so I'm not pulling out again this time. Still working on Ace's 2 saws, but Ace ain't had work and he ain't paid me money, and I've got $400 in parts and his saw's tied up, so I haven't been in a rush. It's 372 and 660. Spoke to Jimbus last night because I haven't heard from him and I was worried something was wrong with his saw. He hasn't even had a chance to mount the bar and chain on it yet. So we're still waiting for Jimbus to have an opportunity to run his 038. I have this really nice Husqvarna 55, and I literally have, especially because of this cheap little part and the screws and stuff to it, I literally probably have 350 bucks tied in this saw. I'm going to absolutely lose my ass on that one. But I have to disassemble the whole entire damn thing to change a bearing. Runs great except the bearing. I just finished this MS391 here. This is mine as well. And this, again, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about for the plastics. This really does affect how much I can sell this saw for, because it doesn't look as pretty. And if I took the time to bleach all my parts and make them all look that white, then I could get more for this saw. The last two saw MS291s I sold in my area, you guys, refurbished, and at that time I was doing 1-year warranties. And actually, technically, both of them are still under warranty and haven't had any issues. I just checked on those customers a few weeks back. But this one, the coil was bad, and then I ordered an aftermarket coil, which I rarely ever do, and the saw was backfiring. And little did I realize I had another OEM coil in my dirty saws. And so I put that on there. She fired right up and runs great. So literally just have to bar that up, make sure it cuts good. That again, I didn't have to replace any rings or anything internally. Just did the crankshaft seals and cleaned everything up, and she's good to go. Let's see. So obviously, again, Nathan's 041 is just sitting here waiting forever. I've got this big beastly Echo CS3 or CS8000. Bring you guys over to see that. This Echo CS8000 here. Okay. And that chain brake is engaging on its own. And so we've ordered like $25 in silly little screws and hardwares and washers and everything that it's missing to hope we can fix that problem. And then I've got this MS171 I've had forever. I bought it off of eBay a long time back as a tree victim saw, and I was so excited because I cleaned it up and I got the last little couple of parts that it was missing, and then some bitch fired right up. But this leaks. Okay, so right now I'm in negotiations for a chassis on this. I thought about parting this out because I have a 211 down here that was also a tree victim that Trent traded in. However, I think it would be kind of cool. That 211 motor is in fantastic condition, so is that one. So if I can get that chassis cheap enough, I want to build one of those. Rob Weaver's 041 giveaway, the saw he won, is right down there. And then, neighbors, right here we have the final piece of the I have 064 fever neighbors lot. It's an MS170. Everything looks good on it. Haven't checked the ring gap yet, but again, don't have the GND33 carb kit for that. And so, going to be building that one on the channel for sure, since it's the final saw of the lot, hopefully. I have down here, damn, I hurt like crazy. I have down here a really beautiful Husqvarna 359. Finally found the piston for it. Okay, the one that was missing. It was in a bin of 311, 391 parts in the other building somehow. I've got an 026 down there. I'm going to be building an 026 soon, because I did have a cylinder with just a teeny tiny transfer. And so I'm cleaning that cylinder up, and I'm going to build that saw because I really like the 026. And then maybe we'll sell it, maybe we don't. Shit, maybe we give it away. Got to stay tuned to find out. I might give that 064 170 away. Y'all got to stay tuned to find out. You never know what the hell I might do. And then obviously we got the 450 up here I've been talking to you guys about. And then as far as saws, yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I got to work on the... It's cold, but I got to take my jacket off to work on this. This is going to be a short little project here, this 200T. Because as I said, it's almost completely disassembled. So let's glove up. And then I have to, yeah, it sucks. I have to stop the video. And I'll have to merge two videos together because for some reason on this phone, If I'm live, I can switch the camera from front to rear. But when I'm just regular recording, there's no option, and I can't figure out how to turn it on. So I'm going to have to take the phone up to Cricket and see if their little millennial employees can help me figure that shit out. That's the other thing. I have a lot of footage on my phone still, a lot of footage on memory cards still, but I'm in a prideful standoff with Power Director, the editing software I use on my phone, because they make you purchase a completely separate membership for the PC version, and that pisses me off. I pay you $80 for a year of your software, but I can only use it on my phone. I can't use it on my computer, and so I don't want to pay them for it. I really don't. I don't have the money anyways, but even if I did, I really don't want to pay them for it. It just pisses me off, you know? That should be made known when you purchase their software, that this is for a phone only. You cannot use this on your computer. And that's the other thing. If I were to switch to an iPhone, I'd have to buy a separate membership. And I think that's bullshit. Okay, so, I don't know why, but my Galaxy is really struggling to upload things to the internet. This phone, I can upload a video to YouTube, and the first couple I've done went really quick. I'm really surprised. But my other one, it might be an update. It might be, you know how they build them to eventually just stop working, so you have to buy a new one. That could be the case too. Hell, I don't know. But Hayes MS291 that I literally just posted today, again, Tuesday, January 16, I just posted that video at about 6:30 tonight. I think like 9 times I tried to upload that video, and it would get like 75% of the way done the first couple of times, and then just stop and just stay at that same percentage. And I'd leave it on all night, and it wouldn't go. And it's been draining the hell out of my battery. And then I tried it a couple more times, and it only went 50%. And then a couple more times, and it only went 4%. So it took me like 5 days of attempting to upload that video. Alan's MS180 diagnostics, again, took me like 5 attempts maybe, not quite as many as the other video, but all the videos I've been trying to get off that phone onto the YouTube for you guys, issues. I don't know why, it just everything in my life, you guys see, this is what I face. This is issues, you know. So fortunately I do have the new phone now, a second phone, but we'll see what's going to happen. And then I will try to go live this week, you guys, another time for you. We just got to figure out what we're going to do for a live event. Maybe we'll just hang out and chitter chatter, but my live events don't get enough people really to just sit there and hang out and do nothing. When you only have 9 or 10 people, it's hard to keep people engaged, especially when you guys know there's a variety of different stuff on this channel. Not everybody's here for the saws. Not everybody's here for the auditing. Not everybody's here for the Fatty Bunting's dog. Not everybody's here for my crazy ass. You know, everybody has their different reasons for being on this channel, but we're all one community. So let's push the damn stop button, turn you down to the bench, and start another damn video, and let's see what the hell this 200T has to offer us, neighbors. Okay, here's our 200T, neighbors. Here's some information for you. Let's see, I'm going to use this kind of as a gauge because it's a little bit different camera view. It shows a little bit different surface area at one-time zoom. A normal, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we can't go past that side, and then you guys can see to the pin right there. Okay, so now I know your view. I had to do that, so I'm going to start right away with trying to pull this clutch off and see if it'll come easy. Uh-oh, what did I drop? I dropped a tap bit. This one should be a 13 mil. Reverse thread, obviously. I think the flywheel's already off this. It is. So hopefully she comes easy. No, it's not going to. I was hoping. Okay, so we'll have to use some rope. Actually, that's I'm gonna take the muffler off first. Change my mind. Lied to you, neighbors. Let me pull this out of the way so we don't get bit. And I do have the rest of the saw down there. It's got, like I said, a lot of brand new parts. The clutch cover's brand new chain brake parts and various stuff like that. Okay. Down here in your muffler, you have 2 T27s. There's 1. There's 2. Get that out of the way. Uh-oh. Well, neighbors, let's get this apart. Okay, I should be able to, actually, yeah, we don't have to pull our clutch to pull our top end. I just want to see what this top end looks like. That's honestly all I was looking to do. Okay, so I would like to get this one clean, but saws are just not selling, and then the prices I have to put on my stuff lately is just terrible. And so this one is going to be priced to sell, hopefully, because we only have a few $100s into it. Piston looks good. Don't see any issues. Let's see, how do our rings look? I'm just closing the ring on the piston to get an idea of what the, yeah, 100% is going to need re-ringed. I can already tell. Oh wait, maybe not. No, I lied. Maybe not. Okay, whoops. There goes our base gasket. So it looks like nobody's ever been into the motor of this saw before. 1, 2... Tree. I think the other one went flying, honestly. Is that what went flying? Nope, there it is. It's still in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's our bolts. And then cylinder looks pretty good. No chafer. Yeah, I think she'll be fine. Looks like a good top end. Don't know how well you guys can see. I never do. So yeah, you can get a pretty good view. I saw that, and it's always hard to tell when you're looking in, because you can see lines, and that's normal. It happens. But like right here, let's see how it shows on the camera right there. Yeah, so you guys can't even see that on the, yeah, right there. See up here, right here. Okay, look right there. And you can see those lines. When I see stuff like that, sometimes I get nervous. And so, you know what? I'll be damned if these don't look like aftermarket crankshaft seals. Skept. Huh. Maybe this all has been worked on before. But the good thing is, OEM LA top end, that's what we want to see. That's most important. I like seeing OEM top ends or a Meteor or Highway top end. So, I kind of just wanted to do that, show you guys. And I'm going to pop my piston off here. That way we can wrap it and put it up safely. Yeah, it's cold, guys. Damn. Doesn't want to come out. I think I need to, yeah, I need to clean up the tip of this. Sharpen my tip here. I don't know what it is about artificial lighting. I just can't see for Chip. Okay, let's see if that helps us get this bad boy out. Oh yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Did you not come out? Did you pop all the way back in? You did. I'll be damned. I thought I was up under that some biscuit. Now we're under it. Okay, there we go. Let's see if how much difficulty our wrist pin is going to give us coming out. Yeah, she's a little snug, so I'm going to hold my piston in my arm tight. That way I'm not beating down on it. Get our wrist pin out here, hopefully. Ow, my fingers. It is what it is, though. I don't want to put pressure on my arm here, my crank arm. Okay. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get things apart. There we are. So, I mean, this thing looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. The bearings feel really good, actually. They almost feel brand damn new. I'm just wondering. I don't recollect. I thought the 200T seals said STIHL on them. This says SKEPT, S-K-E-P-T. Nope, maybe I'm seeing that shit wrong. I cannot see, guys. Let me get some cleaner here real quick. I'm on the fence about taking and getting in a firm payment plan on a larger ultrasonic Trying to decide. BKEPT. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are OEM or not. Uh-oh, we've got some. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing I forgot. We have to retap where our coil bolt goes. And that's part of why this customer decided not to have this all worked on, because of the price to have that done. And then all the parts he needed ended up, his bill probably would have been like $700 or $800. Most people with a 200T probably would have paid it. But this guy didn't want to, and so I got it, which is nice. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this stuff up and put it away. Trying to think, is there anything else? I don't know how well you guys will be able to see me. I can't flip the camera. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, Texas, the Texas situation for those of you that are regulars. And if you're new, I'm so sorry. It's a long story to try and explain. 3 years ago, had a felony stop done on me, got ordered out of my vehicle at gunpoint, all because they said I failed to signal lane change, and then said I was running from them. Crazy. Charges were dismissed with prejudice, and all of a sudden they pop back up. I think it's personal vendetta. The DA here called in some favors because I pissed him off, asking him to drop some charges against Dion. They said I didn't qualify for an attorney. Those of you that were in the last live event, you actually saw I found the email right at the end. But the guy, David, the pretrial officer, has a lot of bias against me and has hung up on me multiple times, said some negative things to me, and my literal only income is my disability income, and this doesn't make money. I'm actually digging deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, just trying to get to a point where I can move away from this, because my health, I thought I could do it, and I definitely can't do it at the capacity I thought I could do it at, because I'm spending 3 and 4 and 5 days in bed a lot of times because of my disability, my pain, my physical pain, and then my brain gets me and attacks me sometimes. And so I spent hours and hours and hours today and yesterday trying to get a hold of courts and everything else down there and just get passed around like a 2-bit whore. And so trying to fight that, they are basically denying me my discovery even. And so I still don't have the dash cam footage for you guys, but I'm working on it. So we will hopefully have that soon. I think that was the only other thing. Let's see. Yeah, neighbors, I think that's pretty much it. But you guys always know you can comment, ask me questions. If you've seen a video and you want to update on something, there you go. Okay, here's my info. Okay, here's me. Here's my phone number. Here's my email. Here's where we are right now. Here's some of the shit I do. Here's my address. Please don't come shoot up my house. Damn it. I had one other thought there that just popped in and then disappeared just as fast as it came in. Updates on videos. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm going to keep reminding you, I have dyslexia. Thanks for you guys that point out, hey, you put that cylinder on backwards the first time on that 441 video that I just showed you guys, assembly. But yeah, that still didn't change, because you'll see I switch it around, and it still didn't change that our Meteor top end was not sitting flush. We couldn't do a base gasket delete on that saw. And so you guys will see me say things backwards, do things backwards, and a lot of times it causes me to scrap footage, but I have been trying, if it's not something that's going to give you bad information or cause you to blow up your chit, I have been trying to just go ahead and post the videos. The problem is, even when I watch it sometimes, I forget to put the text saying I said chit backwards. I say 391 instead of 291, and I have the text on that. But I did a video on Jimbus's 038 crankshaft bearings, and I still am trying to decide whether I want to put that video back up, because I thought I fixed all my errors talking about heat and expansion, contraction, explaining the science of it. I said a lot of shit backwards, and I thought my text corrected it, but then I look at my text, and my text was backwards, just like my explanation was backwards. So I took that video down. I might put it back up, I might not, I don't know. But just please understand that, you guys, I'm dyslexic. Don't be afraid to point out that I'm doing shit backwards. Don't be afraid to point out, hey, I think that's the wrong way to do that. As long as you do it in niceness and you're not one of these people that thinks you know it all and you know everything and your way is the only way, we're good. But if you think your way is the only way, we'll probably argue. We probably won't get along. And I'll probably just tell you, you know, I'm not going to even bother talking to you about it because you're right and everybody else is wrong. So I don't deal with people like that very well. Everybody's got knowledge to share. You don't have to be a master mechanic to share certain knowledge that you might see. Hey, have you tried doing that this way? Like, I'm going to show you guys a real neat trick I never thought about on installing fuel lines. A lot of saws, you have to take the whole damn tank off or the whole top rear handle off to properly install a fuel line. And I have recently had a customer buy a saw and was telling me a trick he did to install a fuel line. And so we're going to try it out. What he said, what he explained, I really think it'll work. And I think it will save a lot of people from having to take all kinds of shit off their saw just to change a damn fuel line. Steel is terrible there, especially the new ones. You gotta take 60% of the damn saw apart just to put you a new fuel line in. And I'm gonna show you a trick to avoid having to do that. So that's it, neighbors. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the bell so you get, and turn it to all so you get notifications for all the upcoming content. Watch what you like, don't watch what you don't like, but share it all and comment on it all. If you click on a video and you're like, I like this guy, but I don't want to watch this video, just like it and comment and say, hey, I was here, but I'm going to go find something else to watch on your channel. That's cool. I ain't going to get mad at you. I don't expect you to like every single one of my videos. There ain't a damn YouTuber out there that I watch that I like every single one of their videos. So, oh, that's the one other thing. Dion's coming back, neighbors. Unfortunately, he lost his brother just a few months after losing his dad. Not going to go into details there. But he is supposed to be in tonight. He's delayed right now because of the weather. And so I got to go check my other phone, actually, to see what's going on there. And we'll go into more detail about the pros and cons of Dion being here. And why my uncle and I decided to go ahead and say, yeah, it's okay to come back. He was due to come back only 2 or 3 days after he left. But all communication stopped for a while. And again, it's life. It's everybody copes with in different ways. A lot of men, especially black men, that's not a fucking racist thing. We're all black in our genetics. Y'all got to accept that, damn KKK. You're black, neighbors. We're all African, okay? Most men, especially black men, wall themselves off when they have emotions that they don't want to deal with. They just cut themselves off from everybody. I should have took those off because I still got to finish cleaning this shit up. But anyways, so he'll be back. Hope you guys have been able to see my face. Remember, neighbors, be kind to one another. Every one of us is facing damn battles, and we got to carry our burdens together. Thank you for all your support. You guys are my rock, so to speak, in life, my support system. You keep me encouraged. You keep me going. And so I love all 8 billion of you, even though I suck at it. Until next time, neighbors. Oh, buy some of my shit that says hashtag persevere, damn it. Buy my merchandise, neighbors. Love you guys.